This is Mina Barsoom with cdocs.com and welcome to the tip of the day. Today I'd like to talk about using your software to create models that you can 3D print very easily. So for me, I like using the Ortho software because it gives me a couple of advantages with exporting, and I'll get into that in a minute. But the first thing I typically do after I scan is I go back into the check model phase and I use the cut tool to clean up some of the artifacts on the model. PrimeScan does a great job of cleaning them up initially. Sometimes there's a few little things that we have to touch up, so I'll just use the cut tool and just give myself some clean models. Then I'll go back into the model axis phase and I'll still set my model axis. This exports the models in a straight plane so that when I go to print them, there's no issues with getting them to align properly. From there, I don't have to go through the analysis or the simulation or any of those additional features. I can simply go to the export phase, and I'm going to export this as a closed geometry STL, which means it's a completely watertight model with a flat base. This makes it ideal for printing, and then I can go in and send it straight to my printer. If I wanted to, there's some free software on Windows called Windows 3D Builder that I can then take that model and do a couple of additional things to it. I can make it hollow, which will save me time and material on printing. So I'll use the hollow tool. I typically like to keep them about 2 to 2.5 millimeters of wall thickness. I can then make the base nice and flat, so I'll trim away any of the excess material, leaving that nice hollow intaglio surface of the model. Again, that will print much faster and save a little bit of material by doing so. From there, I'm simply going to import it into my printing software. In this case, I'm using Formlabs. This is the preform software, and based on the layer thickness I'm using, whether it's 50 microns or even up to 160 microns, the lower the resolution, obviously the faster the print. You can see in this case, I'll get this model printed in about an hour. So just a couple tips and tricks that you can use to help you with 3D printing models. So hopefully this video was helpful, and we look forward to seeing you again soon in future videos. Take care.